It has now been nearly a century since Teddy Roosevelt first called for health care reform. And our failure to get it done year after year and decade after decade has placed a burden on families and on businesses and on taxpayers that we can no longer sustain. For those who have health insurance, you'll have more security and stability. It'll provide insurance to those who don't have insurance. It will slow the growth of health care costs for our families and our businesses and our government. I will not accept the status quo as a solution. Not this time, not now. The time for bickering is over. The time for games is past. Now is the season for action. Now is the time to deliver on health care reform for the American people. So I want to know, are you fired up? Ready to go? Fired up? Ready to go? Let's go change the world. Thank you, everybody.
The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The life you want to live. The peace of mind you deserve. Reforma. The Obama-Pelosi prescription for building a government takeover of healthcare. Anxiety and stress disappear. Reforma. Recommended by more lobbyists than any other healthcare reform. No worries, no concerns. Consult your congressman about Reforma before the August recess. Reforma. The side effects include bureaucratic waste and delay. Not recommended if you like your own doctor, want to keep your own doctor, or want to avoid the government prescribing your medical treatments. Not recommended for people who actually need medical care. The government can deny your health care based on patient age. Cost of taxpayers may vary and is more than you can possibly imagine. You should not support President Obama's Reforma if you're worried about the $1.6 trillion cost or the $219 billion deficit. Call your congressman or senator immediately if you're concerned by any or all of these side effects.
Why do the health insurance companies and Republicans want to kill President Obama's health insurance reform? Because they like things the way they are now. Ed Hanway, CEO of insurance giant Cigna, makes $12.2 million a year. That's $5,883 an hour. Ed makes more in one day than the average worker makes all year long. Now Ed's retiring with a $73 million golden parachute. The Republican prescription for the health insurance crisis? Be as rich as Ed. You'll be happy too.
Before Congress rushes to overhaul health care, listen to those who already have government-run health care.
In Britain, Katie Brickell denied the Pap test that could have saved her from cervical cancer. Kate Spall, her mother suffered on a wait list as her renal cancer became terminal. Angela French, cost-cutting keeps her waiting for the medication she needs to stay alive.
Hear those tragic stories and more at cprights.org. Tell Congress to listen too. Before Congress rushes to overhaul health care, listen to those who already have government-run health care.
In Canada, Don Neufeld learned his heart condition was life-threatening only after he left Canada for treatment. Zaid Jakir, a wait list made his simple soccer injury a permanent disability. Charlie Wadge, told to just live with the pain of a crippling hip injury.
Hear those tragic stories and more at cprights.org. Tell Congress to listen too.
Senator Chuck Grassley has a leading role in the healthcare debate, negotiating with the liberal Democrats. There's no harm in talking. But what are the Democrats talking about? Government-run insurance that pushes you out of your current plan. Politicians and bureaucrats making healthcare decisions. Job-killing new regulations on small business. And massive tax hikes to pay for it all. Tell Senator Grassley not to cave in to the liberals on healthcare.
Remember the $400 hammer? How about that $600 toilet seat? Seems when Congress gets involved, things just cost more. Now they're at it again with a government-run health care plan. It'll cost more than $1 trillion and raise taxes $600 billion. Worse, it could put a bureaucrat in charge of your medical decisions, not you or your doctor. Tell Senators Lincoln and Pryor to put patients first and say no to a government-run health care plan.
Well, it looks like we may finally get health care reform.
It's about time. Because every day, more and more people are finding they can't afford health care.
Or they're losing coverage.
We need good coverage people can afford. Coverage they can get.
Even if they have a pre-existing condition.
And coverage they can keep if they change jobs.
Or lose their jobs. Sounds simple enough.
A little more cooperation, a little less politics, and we can get the job done this time.
Healthcare costs are up again. Small companies are being forced to cut their plans.
Tell me about it. You know, Lisa's husband just found out he has cancer.
But he's covered, right?
No, he just joined a startup and he can't afford a plan.
Too many people are falling through the cracks.
Whoever the next president is, healthcare should be at the top of his agenda. Bring everyone to the table and make it happen.
What if we stripped away the $13 billion insurance company profits, the $119 million CEO bonuses, the endless denials, the soaring copays and premiums? You'd have health care between you and your doctor. That's the president's plan. Keep the coverage you have now, or choose from a range of plans, including a public health insurance option to lower costs and keep insurance companies honest. That's what Senator Reid is fighting for. Call Harry Reid and tell him to keep up the good work. It's your health. It should be your choice.
How to Get Rich by America's Health Insurance Companies. Raise health insurance premiums 4 times faster than wages. Pay your CEO $24 million a year. Deny payment for 1 out of every 5 treatments doctors prescribe. If the insurance companies win, you lose. Tell Congress to rewrite the story. We want good health care we can afford with the choice of a public health insurance option.
The healthcare system is most definitely broken.
Mainers, like other Americans, are having trouble affording health insurance, and we need a national fix.
Doctors and patients together should be making healthcare decisions, not the insurance companies.
It's important that people have a choice between keeping the plan that they're happy with or choosing a public insurance plan.
A public health insurance plan will give good benefits at an affordable price and allow peace of mind that they'll be covered regardless of what happens.
Right now, we're in a situation where a lot of people can't afford any sort of health care, and no care is not an option.
Peace of mind in health care means to me that patients always know that they have access to affordable quality health care, that it'll be there for prevention and it'll be there if they get sick.
Americans are the smartest people in the world. We can solve this problem. We can create a healthcare system that works. We can't wait to fix our healthcare system because my patients can't wait.
Death panels. Death panel. Death panel. Death panel.
Their lies about phony death panels have all been proven false. Unfortunately, there are real death panels in America.
In the spring of 1987, as a physician, I denied a man a necessary operation that would have saved his life and thus caused his death. And I'm haunted by the thousands of pieces of paper in which I have written that deadly word, denied.
We need health insurance reform now.
I'm Charles Bustani, and I approve this message.
3 years ago this month, I found out that I had a blockage in my heart and needed open heart surgery. I was without insurance. One day my phone rang and it was Dr. Bustani telling me to come into his office. I told him my situation, I didn't have insurance. He said not to worry about that. He told me he could take care of everything, not to worry about any of the cost.
Dr. Charles Bustani.
Words never quite express the gratitude that I feel for what he's done for me. He really cares about people.